like me, so I just would think that he talking to my woman like I talk to her.
But
Oh,
that
get the
thing,
nuts. Oh,
Yeah.
oh God.
no,
You
that thing,
Oh,
most
Lord.
of these niggas gone. Yeah, I just hit give. That's what
That's
that's
how they gonna say it.
I just was a savage on savage.
Oh
yeah.
God.
I was savage.
I was a savage on her. What? Oh my God. Get on that. The whole hood. No, don't nobody know her name. Yeah, you know, Ryan Pop Savage.
Who you talking about?
No.
Right.
Right.
Should be
So
great.
it do be a little different.
It's way different, man.
It's a whole different.
Do you
But we
think?
ain't with emotions. We just do that just to do it. We can hit a never talk to a bitch.
Right. And we
girl
know,
doing that
especially if you got a woman that's she not just giving no up. That mean this had to put in a lot of phone conversations.
Every single time we think the drama between 21 Savage and Latto has finally settled, something even wilder explodes, making the situation 10 times worse. Just when we think it couldn't get any more chaotic, it does. And this time, it's absolutely out of control. For the longest time, people thought these two were going to last in the industry because they had a thing going on. Even if they kept it low-key, it was clear they were really into each other. But Latto messed up big time. She took things too far by going after 21's side pieces, yes, multiple. And 21 was not about to entertain that kind of drama. He shut it down instantly and dumped her like a hot potato. And that sent Latto into a full-blown meltdown. She didn't just go after 21, she came for everybody. His wife, his side chicks. No one was safe from her wrath. She had all the energy and was ready to let loose. But here's the craziest part. These two spent so much time denying their relationship, making it seem like fans were just imagining things, like people were reading too much into their so-called friendship. And now, their breakup is more public and messier than their entire relationship ever was. The whole thing completely defeats the purpose of them sneaking around in the first place. Fans first caught on back in 2020 when they accidentally exposed themselves, posting pictures from the same vacation spot at the same time. And now, that little slip-up feels like nothing compared to the absolute disaster this situation has turned into. Latto was quick to shut down the rumors, claiming that she and 21 Savage weren't sneaking around. According to her, they just happened to be performing at the same place. She even tried to brush it off by saying, "There's videos on YouTube of me performing with him at the Palace. I think that was the Palace, like, it's real respect, you know what I'm saying?" She also admitted that she was in a relationship but made it clear she wanted to keep things private, saying, "I don't like to speak on it. I already have to expose so much of my life unwillingly, and I don't want to expose this." But that privacy didn't last long because next thing we knew, 21 himself got caught up when a post leaked where he was openly praising her. He wrote, "No makeup, D, you fine. It's only one way to come about you, twin." At this point, it was like they weren't even trying to hide it anymore. And honestly, they didn't need to, because people in the industry already knew what was up. Rapper Dream Doll even fueled the rumors in her 2021 track tryouts where she rapped, "And yeah, Latto, yeah, that's my lil honey, but ask how many times she came. She said 21, 21. And if that wasn't enough, Kodak Black also spilled some tea. He admitted he once tried to shoot his shot with Latto because he thought she was fine, but he had to back off after realizing she had something going on with 21. So yeah, it was no secret in the industry, but here's where things took a turn. While Latto tried to keep quiet after their fling, 21 Savage was out here loudly denying her. In an interview, he made it clear he wasn't claiming anyone, saying, "I've been hot for a long time. I don't do all the antics and stuff. I don't got a celebrity girlfriend. I'm not gonna be out everywhere. I'm not dropping music every other week. I'm not going on live talking about stuff every other week." Ouch! That was a straight up dismissal. When I tell you this had everybody shook, I mean jaws were on the floor, because if this was all true, it meant Latto had been messing with a married man the whole time. But she wasted no time shutting down those claims. She clapped back hard, saying, "I live with my man. I don't even come second. Y'all need to get off them T pages and go touch grass." She kept going, making sure people knew she wasn't here for the side piece talk. Mistress to who? Why they don't see the cars, diamonds, etc.? Cause y'all know I'm spoiled to death. You don't know me, and you don't got it figured out, like, at all. So while 21 never actually claimed her, they kept this whole secrecy game going, like nobody was putting the pieces together. But here's where things took a wild turn. 21 shut her down publicly. But instead of walking away with some dignity, Latto doubled down and took things to a whole new level. She made the boldest move yet. She got his real name permanently tattooed behind her ear, not his stage name, his government name. And that's when the internet lost it. First of all, who even knew 21's real name was Shea? And second, why in the world would she get his name tattooed when this man is still legally married? The audacity had folks gagged, like what was she trying to prove? Of course, Hollywood Unlocked wasted zero time exposing the tattoo, and social media had an absolute field day with the messiness of it all. But if Latto thought people were just going to let that slide, she was in for a rude awakening. The backlash was brutal, and she did not handle it well. Latto was so pressed over the attention that she allegedly sent her team after Jason Lee, the head of Hollywood Unlocked, demanding he take the post down. And get this, rumors say she even went as far as offering him money to make it disappear from the internet. It was a bad look for Latto, no doubt, but what most people didn't know was that 21 Savage had actually gotten a tattoo of her name too, right behind his ear in the exact same spot where she had his name inked. So yeah, it was basically a matching tattoo, a couple's tat. Kinda cute, right? Well, it would have been if it wasn't on a married man with 2 kids. But at this point, their denials didn't even matter anymore. Latto and 21 kept pushing that "we're just friends" act, but let's be real, nobody was buying it. The situation was already messy, but the real drama came from people constantly talking about it. And let's just say, nobody was side-eyeing Latto and 21 harder than they were side-eyeing Kiana, 21's wife. The general consensus, Kiana needed to wake up and shut this situation down instead of letting 21 play in her face like this. And for a minute, it actually looked like she had reached her breaking point. Word on the street was that she was done being publicly humiliated and was finally ready to walk away. And honestly, who could blame her? Because allegedly, when she begged 21 to cut things off with Latto, he straight up refused. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Latto had the nerve to throw shade at Kiana for sticking around after everything. The audacity was unreal. The disrespect had reached insane levels, and for a moment, it looked like Kiana had finally hit her breaking point. But instead of making a scene or going on a social media rant, she handled it the way she always does, with quiet dignity. No public statements, no dramatic posts, just her usual low-key approach. But she did make one small move that spoke volumes. Her Instagram bio originally read, "Kiana Joseph, mother of 2. Then, almost overnight, she took his last name out and left it as just mother of 2. Now, to some, that might seem like a minor tweak, but to those paying attention, it was a clear signal that something had shifted, and if that's not a silent mic drop, I don't know what is. But just when everybody thought she was finally done with 21 and ready to move on, we got hit with a major plot twist. Kiana and 21 were still together. And all that speculation about him leaving her the moment he secured his green card, yeah, that never actually happened. Whether it's love, loyalty, or something else keeping them tied together, one thing became obvious: Kiana wasn't going anywhere, and neither was 21. And you already know Latto did not take that well. Instead of backing off, she started throwing out strong hints that she and 21 were still a thing. It was like she was playing mind games, dropping little clues just to remind the world that she was still in the picture. One move in particular had people talking. She posted a screenshot from her Sims game, and the female character, she looked exactly like Latto. But that wasn't even the craziest part. She later posted a pic of the same Sims character giving birth at home, and the baby daddy, he was a dead ringer for 21, tattoos and everything. At that point, it was beyond clear. Latto wanted everyone to know she wasn't out of the picture. At this point, Latto wasn't even trying to hide the affair anymore. And let's be real, it was all because she was salty that 21 chose his actual wife and the mother of his kids over her. Like, not the Sims fantasy life, that was some serious coping. But you want to know what's even crazier? Kiana wasn't even Latto's only competition, because 21 wasn't just entertaining Latto, he was out here moving reckless with multiple women. And word on the street? 21 Savage stepped out on Latto with none other than Miss Seti. At this point, Seti might as well be called Miss Steal Your Man, because Latto did not take that well at all. Reports claim 21 whisked Seti away on a lavish vacation to Dubai, leaving Latto looking played and humiliated. And the way she allegedly spiraled over it? A complete disaster. Now, whether Seti is 21's new main thing or just a temporary fling is still up in the air, but one thing is for sure, Latto is heated. The street started buzzing with talk of her beefing with Seti over 21, and things got messy real quick. It all started when Seti was accused of throwing major shade at Latto. She did an interview with Mystery Fashionist, where she casually referred to herself as Big Mama. And that got everybody talking, because Latto also calls herself Big Mama. Fans immediately saw it as a straight up power move, like Seti wasn't just trying to take Latto's man, she was coming for her identity too. And that's when people really started calling it a double homicide. A fan wasn't having it and straight up called Seti out, accusing her of stirring drama, especially with all the rumors flying around about 21 cheating on Latto with her. But Seti wasn't about to let that slide. She shut it down immediately, denying any romantic involvement with 21. She even clapped back at the fan, saying she had literally never met him and throwing some shade of her own. Go get some money and get off the internet, brokey. But despite claiming she had nothing to do with 21, Seti allegedly kept taking little digs at Latto. Whether it was intentional or not, fans definitely noticed. Meanwhile, Latto was busy fueling the fire herself. She dropped some serious hints in her latest album, and fans wasted no time dissecting the lyrics. In her song Good to You, she rapped, "I'm a diamond ninja, 12 the way they out here trying to cuff and all settle down, and later, lay a hole down and lay up with a savage." And let's be real, fans immediately linked those bars to 21. But Latto? She wasn't giving a straight answer. When asked about it in an interview, she played coy, saying, "The internet don't know a goddamn thing, let's start there. I like being private, it ain't really nobody's business. Listen to the music and you'll know what you need to know." She doubled down in another interview with Cosmopolitan, making it clear that keeping her relationship under wraps was very intentional. She said, "If something is special to me, I'm going to keep it close to me because everything else has to be front and center about my life. I think we find a beauty in separation sometimes because it makes us miss each other." So, even with all the rumors, Latto was still playing the privacy game, while also dropping just enough hints to keep people talking. Latto made it clear she wasn't about to risk exposing her relationship, saying, "My privacy is more important than seeing him in the crowd. I can't have people putting two and two together. This is the longest relationship I've ever been in." But let's be real, fans weren't buying it. A lot of people thought she was just trying to avoid the embarrassment of admitting that 21 would never claim her publicly. And despite all the speculation, it was still rumored that Latto was deeply involved with him. And then things took a wild turn, because word on the street was that she allegedly got a woman jumped over 21. The drama started when Latto got caught up in an altercation at Magic City, a well-known strip club, while filming the music video for It's a Party. At first, rumors spread that Latto had caused a scene by snatching back the money she had thrown at the dancers, which in strip club culture is seen as straight up disrespectful. But as more details came out, the situation looked way different. One of the dancers, Gorgeous Doll, later claimed that Latto's wallet had been stolen during the shoot, and she had repeatedly asked for it to be returned. When nobody stepped up, Latto got fed up and took all her money back. That's when things really escalated. Gorgeous Doll then came forward with an even bigger accusation. She claimed that after the altercation, Latto had her jumped outside the club, and if that wasn't bad enough, she also alleged that she had been pregnant at the time of the attack and suffered a miscarriage as a result. Now, there was no solid evidence to back up Gorgeous Doll's claims, but that didn't stop the internet from running wild with the story. And just when people thought it couldn't get any more scandalous, Latto seemingly confirmed the allegations when she clapped back at a woman ranting about her on TikTok. At that point, the situation went from bad to absolutely messy. The fallout from the alleged attack at Magic City didn't just disappear, it only got messier. While Latto tried to brush off the situation, the internet kept buzzing with speculation. And the more she stayed quiet, the more people started wondering if there was some truth to Gorgeous Doll's claims. But Latto wasn't about to let people drag her name without throwing some shade of her own. Instead of directly addressing the allegations, she started dropping cryptic messages on social media. In one post, she wrote, "The loudest in the room always be the brokest. Keep watching me though." Fans immediately took this as her way of dismissing the accusations, implying that Gorgeous Doll was just chasing clout. Meanwhile, whispers started spreading that 21 wasn't exactly being loyal to Latto either. While she was out here allegedly fighting battles over him, he was still moving reckless. Another woman popped up online claiming that she had been involved with 21 while he was supposedly with Latto. And instead of denying it, 21 stayed completely silent. But here's where it gets even wilder. Rumors started swirling that Latto was still holding out hope that 21 would make things official with her. According to insiders, she was convinced that if she just stuck around long enough, he'd eventually claim her publicly. And that had people clowning her online. Fans flooded her comments, calling her delusional for sticking by a man who clearly wasn't trying to wife her. But Latto, she doubled down, liking shady posts, reposting cryptic lyrics, and making it clear that she wasn't going anywhere. At this point, the situation was turning into a full-blown soap opera, and the internet could not look away. Latto wasn't about to let the internet drag her without clapping back. She jumped on TikTok writing, "Who you describing? 'Cause it's not me. Get off them T pages. You losing your marbles." But then she slipped up, adding, "That's me spoken on my man on TikTok. I went outside the club and hey, and you read that too." That was all the internet needed. People took this as a straight up admission that she did have Gorgeous Doll jumped, and within minutes, social media exploded. Gorgeous Doll wasted no time responding. She took this as the proof she had been waiting for and made it clear she wasn't letting this slide. She vowed to take legal action against Latto, and suddenly things got real. Latto scrambled to cover her tracks, deleting the comment as fast as she could, but the damage was already done. The possibility of a lawsuit started looking more likely, and Gorgeous Doll wasn't just after an apology anymore. She wanted legal retribution and possibly a payout. And while Latto was busy trying to do damage control, word on the street was that 21 Savage was over it. An insider claimed that he was tired of all the drama Latto kept bringing into his life, and honestly, it was starting to look like she had done all this just to fight for a man who wasn't even fully claiming her. But one thing's for sure, this mess is far from over. If you're here for the drama, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next. See you on the next one.